College costs between $40,000 and $200,000, which is insane, but we still need college degrees, right? So today I'm going to show you how to get a $100,000 college degree for $0. First, we're going to take 10 CLEP exams. If you've never heard of CLEP, basically you take a test, and if you pass, over 3,000 colleges in the US will give you college credit. And their tests focus on general education, basically stuff you already studied in high school. If your college degree costs $100,000, that's $2,500 per course. That means that for every CLEP exam you take, you are literally saving $2,500. And of course, CLEP exams do cost money to take, but if you use modernstates.org to study for them, that cost goes down to $0. So $0 for 30 college credits. And they're pretty easy to take too. Like if you're in high school, after you finish taking algebra, just do a little bit more studying and go and take the college algebra CLEP exam. Boom, 3 college credits. If you're an adult learner and haven't been in high school in a while, use Modern States and within a couple of weeks, you'll have 3 college credits. So if we do 10 of those, we are so far at $25,000. Next, we're going to use Sophia and Study.com. These are super cool third-party courses that tons of colleges accept for credit. You take the course at your own pace, and they're not too hard. They usually take between 5 and 40 hours each to complete. Sophia averages out to about $30 per course at a normal pace, and Study.com to $70. So let's say you earn 30 credits this way, and it costs you roughly $500 to do so. Congratulations. That's another 30 credits done and another $25,000 saved. And don't worry, later I've got a way to cover that other $500 of cost. Our next amazing way to get some free college is to have your employer pay for it. Amazon, Chipotle, McDonald's, Target, Starbucks, the Home Depot, and zillions of other companies will pay out money for college for their employees. And they usually pay $5,250 per year because the IRS lets them write that off. So since you've already earned 2 years of college credit with the plan we're putting together today, that means you only have 2 years of college left, which means if you're using employer benefits, that's going to net you about $11,000. Of course, you do usually have to work 3, maybe sometimes 6 months with these companies before they start shelling out the benefits, but some of them will also let you work only part-time. So basically, just work for 1 semester each year with these companies, get the tuition reimbursement after you qualify, go back and reimburse some of your college expenses, and then you can quit. And doing that brings our total savings up so far to $61,000. And this next one is my favorite, guys, because it's basically just free money. A lot of residential colleges that might seem expensive will sometimes undercut those expenses with a bunch of scholarships that anybody can qualify for based on merit or need. Look at all of these scholarships at Liberty University. You can get a scholarship just for having a parent who went there. You can get some scholarships for books in particular. If you're a Canadian, if you went to a local community college, if you have gone to Liberty continuously for multiple years, you can get just a bunch of stuff here if you're in the honors program. And they even have one down here where if your GPA from high school or a transfer college was high enough, they'll just give you money. Or if your SAT or ACT score is high enough, they'll just give you money. Of course, not all colleges are going to be the same. And if you're an online student, institutional scholarships don't really happen that much. Though I have heard of schools like Charter Oak or Thomas Edison giving money away to their online students. But everyone can get scholarships online from places like Scholly.com or scholarships.com and check out some of these. Some of these are very thoughtful. Some of these are pretty zany. Like I saw a Harry Potter sorting hat contest one earlier. If you're really big into capitalism, here's an Atlas Shrugged one. Education Matters, Huntington's College Scholarship, whatever that is, and just tons and tons more scholarships. Zombie Apocalypse Scholarship, tons that they'll just match you with based on some questions that you answer for them. Usually it's a little bit of a gamble because, while you may be spending the time and writing the essays to apply for these, other people are as well. And so typically the strategy is to apply to a lot of them. But if you do get that money, you can spend it on tuition, you can use it on Sophia or Study.com courses, and I guarantee you, whoever you are, there's a scholarship out there designed to help people like you. So let's say that our high school graduate between institutional and online scholarships gets somewhere around like $10,000. Our online student probably will get less, but they're not going to be as worried because their degree is going to cost about half as much anyway. But that does bring our total possible saved up to $71,000. When you apply to your college, there's often a chance to prove that you already know the stuff in some of the classes you'd be taking. For instance, here at UMPI, you would talk to your professional advisor about options for things that you might be able to earn credit for. You'd put together an online application, and then you build a portfolio with work experience, resumes, projects, maybe even some papers you've written, things like that. And then you submit that, and a faculty evaluator will let you know whether you get college credit based on this portfolio or not. This is especially useful if you know some foreign languages, or if you are an adult who has had, several years of work experience, and let's say you've already, worked in a business, maybe you'd be able to pass Intro to Business. But if you can get just 5 of these passed, that's another $12,500 saved. Of course, people fresh out of high school are probably going to get way less credit for work experience, but you guys have access to way more scholarships, so I think it evens out in the end. Before your first semester at college, go to your university's employer webpage and see if they have work-study options available. Basically, work-study is an opportunity for students to make money working at the university. Normally, these are low pay and typically only available to residential students, but the really cool thing about them is that if you get one of these jobs, not a whole lot seems to happen. If you can get one of the really slow-paced, boring work studies, you can actually do homework while making money. I used to have a student worker in my department, and every 30 minutes she'd come to my office and let me know that somebody was there to meet me, but the rest of the time she was either doing homework or scrolling Instagram. And I don't blame her one bit. That was genius. Maybe I blame her for the Instagram scrolling, but the fact that she was getting homework done while making money was amazing. If you're making like a really low wage, like $11 an hour over 20 hours a week for 3 semesters, that's over $10,000. Is it technically free money? Maybe not, but if you're able to do homework and make money at the same time, it doesn't get like a ton freer than that. We're almost to $100,000 and we still haven't talked about financial aid yet. When you are filling out the FAFSA, when you apply to your school, make sure that you are on the lookout for grants, especially the Pell Grant. In 2023, people who show exceptional financial need can get up to $7,400 of just free money. Let's say that your parents or you and your spouse both make under $49,000 and that your college is going to cost somewhere around $25,000 per year and that you're only expecting about $2,000 in help paying for school. That means that you are eligible for $5,445 of Pell Grant money per year. So we're going to pull $11,000 in Pell Grants, which brings our total savings up to $105,000. As a side note, while you're filling out that FAFSA, I want you to remember that loans do not make college cheaper. They make it more expensive because you have to pay interest. Pay for college up front, and you'll always be glad that you did. So, while even though all of these might not apply to everybody, most of them will apply to most of you, and any of you guys can get college paid for completely free if you just put in the work. And if you want to graduate college quickly and inexpensively, stick around this channel because we're going to show you how, and you can go ahead and start by checking out this video where we show you 5 quick and easy ways to earn college credit that cost almost nothing. Happy hacking!